How's my name is Roman Duenas, and I'm a carver.
When Duenas isn't carving, this agate resident can be found teaching language arts at Jose Rios Middle School. Rios done so for the past 3 years. He says growing up he didn't have any family members who carved or even wore carved pieces, but would see other people wearing jewelry like the sanahi.
And I always wondered why, what's that made of, and what does that even symbolize? So I just asked questions to a bunch of my friends in high school, and that's when I started talking about carving.
It was a trip he made to the Guam Island Fair, where his interest in the art of carving really started to take shape.
And I met Pangelinan, and I was asking about all his carvings because I noticed that that he had so many different types of necklaces, and he just said, "Hey boy, just call me up and you can come work at my shop." So that's how I started carving.
Before he met Pangelinan, he was carving things like hooks from beef bones he would save from his bowls of kadu. Duenas said he learned how from YouTube tutorials. Working as an apprentice under Pangelinan, he learned to carve pieces from clam shells and other traditional materials.
One of the first things that he taught me was how to not cut my finger off while using certain tools, and teaching me what each bit for the Dremel is used for, and just knowing what tool is right for the job.
For the past 4 years, Duenas has worked consistently with Pangelinan, and when he's working at home on projects and pieces and needs to use particular tools and machines, he would head over to his mentor's workshop.
Oh, I mainly focus on pieces made of seashells. So this one is made of fossilized giant clam, and this is the shape of a gachai, or a higam. Most of the materials I use are seashells that I find when I go beach combing.
For Duenas, even though the machines may be loud, carving is therapeutic and has brought him closer to his Chamoru culture.
My dad's Chamoru and my mom's Filipino, so I grew up mainly around my mom's family, so I rarely heard Chamoru being spoken in the household. I heard a lot of Tagalog and a lot of Ilonggo, but not Chamoru. And I feel like after high school and starting college, I really have gained a greater sense of cultural identity, and it's just carving is really tied to that.
A notable experience for Duenas was FestPac, which introduced him to other islands and carvers.
I didn't know how big it was going to be, so I just kept carving, and then when FestPac came, and Uncle Greg introduced me to so many carvers from other islands in the Pacific, and it was just great to just connect with them and talk to them about what kind of materials they use and how do they carve things with traditional materials, and it was just a great experience.
Duenas says he sees the younger generation using jewelry as a way of connecting to their Chamorro culture, and he hopes more pick up the art of carving.
Carving is something that I know I'll never stop doing. It's something that brings me so much, what's that word? It brings me a sense of accomplishment, and it just really makes me proud to really be able to continue this craft.